All right, what's up? Tim Sykes here. Sorry I didn't get even a chance to post the last video lesson, so I'm just going to include this video lesson with the last video lesson. It'll be a combo video lesson. So many plays all of a sudden. It's crazy. I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful for this, newfound momentum in the markets. Also should mention the new stocks to trade July 4th sale is live. And it's literally just $17.76 to celebrate Independence Day. Remember, the markets are closed on Monday for Independence Day. So this is an incredible deal. Kyle Williams has his own chat room there. So does Matt Monaco. So does Jack. So does Mariana. Really amazing that you're able to test out all of this stuff for just literally like nearly not even $20 for 2 weeks, so you can see how good it really has become. So pretty cool. I'll post a link to that underneath this. Also, very proud to announce $90,000 in new donations from my charity. $50,000 in honor of Kyle Williams. This was when he was passing $1 million, but now he's actually over $2 million. I can't even keep up. He's literally just made another $1 million in the last 4 months, which is insane. And then also, we donated $20,000 each to Austin Humane Society and Austin Dog Rescue, two great charities in Austin, Texas, in honor of Matt Monaco passing $1 million. And now Bryce, actually, I'm going to have to ask him his favorite charity. He just had a $100,000 month, although today he got a little too cocky and he lost $6,000. So if you talk with Bryce, tell him not to get too cocky. But congrats to him on a $100,000 month last month. I finished the month roughly $42,000 last month. Already now, just in 2 days since I made the last video lesson, because frankly I just didn't get a chance to post it. Hard fought $3,000. Nothing really great. Really kind of actually, or actually no, maybe the video lesson was just today. Or it was yesterday. I don't even know. I'm traveling too, so maybe just 1,000 since the last video lesson. But really hard fought. Lots of losses and kind of missteps on ALPP, ISWH. And then today, really want to talk about LWLG. LWLG is literally like one of the biggest supernovas in recent memory, but now it's dropping pretty now off of its highs. I was trying to dip by the panic today, and now it looks so obvious. Like, why would you be trying to buy into this? The big bottom was 10ish. I actually got exactly what I wanted. That's what makes me so angry. Not that this was an easy bounce to catch, but the fact that when it was, I think it was around here, like 1050, 1060, 1070, and I was like, you know what? I would love this to take out 10. And if you watch my DVDs, webinars, video lessons, when a stock that's down a ton takes out a key number like $10 a share, but doesn't do much after that, that's often the absolute bottom. We've seen this on so many plays where I've dip buttered at $1, $2, $3, $4 a share. $10 a share took out all of the stops. You see this big candle for volume? Look at this. This one candle. 140,000 shares traded in 1 minute and then over 160,000 the next. So 300,000 shares traded in basically 2 minutes. 300,000 shares at 10. So we're talking basically, $3 million worth of stock. That's a lot of stock to be traded in 1 or 2 minutes. It did take out the newbie stop losses at 10. I feel for the newbies who are like, oh, let me protect myself and use stop losses. Okay, $10 sounds nice. And your stop loss gets basically like your feet get taken out. It's like someone like swiping out your legs and you get taken out. And then guess what? 10 or 990. What was the actual bottom? Like 995 or something was the low. I'm not one to congratulate here, because even though I saw it, I loaded up, roughly 8,000 shares, an $80,000 position. Actually, I think it was closer to 90,000 at like 10:15. So I saw what was happening. I just didn't think that it would actually take out the tens. And then I kind of double guessed, second guessed myself. And then when it got close to taking out 10, I was like, screw this. And I'm out at 10.05. So even though I saw it, I was averaging in here, taking small losses. I don't mind the small losses. I really don't mind, the early trade where I made, 300. I don't mind, this loss where I lost 600. This was the worst trade. Obviously not just in terms of dollars, but in terms of me going bigger because I spotted the opportunity, me calling for it to crack 10, which it did, but me not giving it enough time to crack 10 and bounce, and then psyching myself out. That's basically what happened. I literally psyched myself out. This was nearly a perfect entry, nearly a perfect call. Let me just show you what I said, actually, by the way. Just because I hate these traders who say, like, I called that, I saw that, I did this, and yet they can't back it up. Everything I say, all my trades, all my commentary is timestamped. Whoa, where did it just go? Hold on. What did I just do? I clicked the open trades. Anyways, this is my commentary in the chat room. It's all archived, all timestamped. This was at 10:23 a.m. I said, I'd love to see LWLG crack 10. That would open up some ideal panic. So did I know? Some people ask, like, how did you know it was going to bottom just below 10? First of all, I didn't know. If I knew, I wouldn't have exited at 10:05. I called this at 10:23 a.m. So this was at right around here, where it was around $10.60. So I wisely didn't load up in here. I wisely said, I think this goes below 10 and that could open up some more panic. I didn't know that if it was going to crack 10, it would barely crack 10 and that would be the ultimate bottom. So I don't want you to think like I know everything. I don't think I know everything. But again, more experience, more examples, you get better over time. So I'm pissed at myself for screwing this up. Yesterday I screwed it up. It bounced $4 a share from my dip buy yesterday. Screwed that up. Today, what did it bounce? From 10 to 12. And again, I would not have held the whole $2 a share bounce today, just like I wouldn't have held the whole $4 a share bounce. Best case scenario with my entry, at least this time I got a big size. Yesterday I didn't even get big size. Best case, buying it at 10.15. Maybe I should have added a little more on this failure to crack 10 and then maybe add it again at like 10.15. It's not just about like averaging down. It's about like recognizing, could this be a potential bottom? So in hindsight, yes, it was the exact bottom. Maybe I could have added another, 1,500 shares. I'm not used to higher price stocks. I'm not used to such big positions lately. Frankly, I'm a little rusty, not going to lie. I'm better in January, February, March taking big positions because I'm getting like practice every day. This didn't have much practice. Screwed it up yesterday, screwed it up today. Best case scenario with my, what did I have? 8,600 shares, roughly 8,500 shares. Best case from 10.15 to like right here, 10.50. Best case, that's it. Okay, I wouldn't have made it through this chop. Best case, I would have made $2,000. So it's not a huge dollar change for me where I lost less than 1,000 versus upside of 2,000. It's all pretty tight, given the scale of everything. But again, it's not just about the dollars amount. I think in yesterday's video lesson I was talking about how like I missed out on the $4 a share bounce, but really it would have been like a 50 cent a share bounce that I missed out on, which I would have partaken. It's the wanting to do good trades. You want to prove to yourself and to others, that you can execute, that you can come up with a plan and you can execute your plan. I came up with a plan. I did that part right. I didn't execute the plan. And that's what really is kind of frustrating to me, 20 plus years in. So in case you ever think like, oh, Tim's been doing this 20 years. He's so perfect. He makes it look so easy. Sometimes I am just rusty. Sometimes I'm a little off, but at the same time, I'm not embarrassed by it. Some people are like, oh, you should be embarrassed. Like, I'm not embarrassed. This is trading. Good trades, bad trades. I'm proud that, I was on the right track. I'm very proud to have called this, and this is why it's timestamped. I encourage you to get in my chat room and look at all my commentary. I'm not right 100% of the time. But again, I have the experience where it's actually funny that it cracked below 10. And I can just picture the market makers laughing with each other, taking out the legs underneath the newbies who put their stop losses at 10, thinking that they're protecting themselves. Meanwhile, the market makers take out 10 and then put it right back up, taking out all the newbies, whether they have gains or losses. They basically got cheated. Welcome to the market. Welcome to how the market works. It's one giant cheat phenomenon, one giant cheating machine for newbies. And newbies don't realize it. Newbies come in, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to make so much money. Robinhood just announced some numbers today, actually. It was interesting. Let me show you this. So Robinhood announced $420 million in revenue, in transaction-based revenue, just in the first quarter. And 27% of that was Citadel, which is a giant hedge fund. And it's funny to me, I mean, it's sad, but it's also funny and ironic that Robinhood historically is a character who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. Robinhood, the brokerage, in effect, is actually taking from the poor and giving to the rich. And if you go through their whole S1 filing, which, they're going to IPO, their ticker is going to be Hood, HOOD. They're basically trying to raise enough cash because, they're paying fines. They just had a $70 million fine yesterday. I'm sure they'll probably have like a wrongful death suit. One of their customers committed suicide due to what he saw on the screen. Nasty business. Very, very shady. And I think it was something like 80%, 75 or 80% of their business is involved in this very questionable practice where they get paid for order flow, with companies like Citadel. And the question is, if the SEC bans that payment for order flow, literally like 70 to 80% of their business goes belly up. And I think they go belly up. So very, very questionable. There's a lot of stuff going on. Be very careful if you have Robinhood, okay? Free commission, free trading is not what it seems. You might save $5 or $10 on a commission, and then you lose 50, 100, 500, 1,000 based off different executions that they're giving you. So it's one big marketing ploy. At least that's what it is in my mind, and it's kind of sad that more people don't realize that. So same kind of thing with LWLG. Everyone thinks, let's use, stop losses. Let's use market orders. What bad things could happen? Everything bad that you can imagine and more will happen. I don't use hard stops. I use mental stops because I don't want the market makers to know where I'm going to get in or out. If you put out a stop loss, the market makers can see your order. The market makers see all orders. And sadly for newbies, they love round numbers. And so the market makers love taking out all the newbies in one fell swoop and then putting the stock right back. And the newbies have no idea what hit them. This is part of the reason why I got into teaching. I think it's sickening that market makers do this. I think it's sickening that Robinhood does this. I think it's sickening that promoters do this. The market should not be as dangerous a place if you are prepared, if you expect the worst out of everybody. So that's how I came up with the whole, idea that it could bounce or that it could panic at 10. Like I said, I didn't know that it was going to fail to really panic at 10. In a perfect world, it would have taken out 10 and gone to 9. And I would have loaded up at 9 because, the thing was at 17 yesterday. So this is a big drop. Anyways, I bungled this. The good news is we'll probably have another morning panic. So watch and see if it comes back down to this 10-ish level. It might not. I'm also watching, which led to some profits for me today, MDMP. I bought the morning spike, took a good chunk of that, and then it was really kind of frustrating to try to get executed. I was trying to buy it at 18, 19, 20. I was also in a meeting, so I was like half watching it and half trying to get executed, and then, I was like, it's already up so much, but then it just kept going. And I profited a little bit in the afternoon. I did not hold this overnight because first green days have not had an amazing track record lately. Again, if this were January, February, March, I would be holding this one long overnight. Back in January, February, March, even into April a little bit, first green days would gap up or morning spike 10, 20, 30%. Lately, it's like 50-50. Sometimes it gaps up, sometimes it gaps down. And if it gaps down or doesn't gap up, you get the morning panic. So I don't have any positions. This is a potential morning panic buy for me. We also have GRHI. This one had a big first green day, but it failed pretty badly. So, I'm not going to have any position. But if it starts spiking up again, the fact that it went from 4 cents to 13 cents in what? 5 minutes tells me that it could come up again. Also, EGDD really just kept spiking. So this is one that I'll be looking for, either a big panic or, a potential spike. And then also, what was the other one? Oh, EENF. EENF. Weird ticker. It's always played games before, but this also had a decent first green day. Here it had a first green day the other day, and it failed on day 2. So I wouldn't hold this one long overnight, but I'm watching it. Okay, so we have a lot of bogeys right now with these OTC runners, whether it's LWLG, MDMP, EENF, EENF, GRHI, and EGDD. Those are 5 stocks that I'm watching. There's also some higher price stocks. I'll do a watch list later. But I wanted to just, make a quick video and talk about, how kind of shady this is with LWLG. And newbies don't even understand. Newbies are just like, oh, it's up so much, of course it's going to come down. They don't know that it's the market makers specifically pushing it below $10 a share. This isn't Robinhood, by the way. Robinhood doesn't do OTCs. But there's multiple shady characters in this business. Whether you got the penny stock promoters, whether you got the market makers, whether you got the brokers, whether you got the analysts or the newsletters, literally expect the worst out of everyone. Leave a comment below this video saying, I will expect the worst out of everyone. And I know that's a cynical way to look at things. I'm not saying to look at life that way. You'll probably live a miserable life and you'll be a short seller and you'll probably just lose money. But at the same time, be guarded. Be careful with your money. Get educated. This should motivate you. Like, I'm motivated by this. I'm not angry. I mean, I think it's sickening, but I'm motivated to teach people. Like, I'm not angry about this negative 935. I'm motivated to do better. And that's how I look at like this negative stuff. I don't get angry. I don't get discouraged. I just want to be better and I want the world to be better. That's my mindset. I'm a pretty positive guy. So anyways, that's today's lesson. I'll see you in chat. Again, I'll post a link to the stocks to trade deal, and Profitly is also having a sale too. So I'll post the Profitly sale and the stocks to trade sale. Happy 4th of July. Tomorrow is going to be a crazy day for me, so I'm not going to have time to do a video lesson, I don't think. So remember to stay safe this holiday weekend. Remember the market is closed on Monday. Spend some time studying, okay? MDMP, LWLG, this might look crazy to outsiders, like I've never seen anything like it. We've seen patterns like this before, okay? Go through my video lesson library, go through my DVD library, challenge students, go through my webinar library, study the damn past, whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. All these guys now, like Kyle Williams, Jack Kellogg, who was over 8 million, they are all nerds. They studied my stuff incessantly. They studied Tim Grittani. You challenge students, you have over 6 dozen webinars from Tim Grittani, okay? He turned 1,500 into over 13 million. In an industry where 90% of traders lose, that's damn good. Even if 90% of traders win, they don't turn 1,500 into 13 million, let alone the fact that we know that most traders lose. So study from people who have made it, who have done the seemingly impossible. I think Kyle started, I want to say, with like 6,000. Jack, I think, started with like 20,000, and he's at 8 million. Okay? If it was just me, if it was just Tim Grittani, I would get it. People would say, oh, you guys are named Tim, you're lucky, you're frauds, or you have some genius level. No, none of the above. We're not lucky, we're not frauds, we're not geniuses. We have strategy. Strategy based on history. Historical patterns repeat again. Not exactly, but more times than not. So grab this sale, study up, try to capitalize on all these runners. Again, have a good, safe holiday weekend. I'll try to make a weekend video lesson too. But leave a comment underneath this video if you promise to expect the worst out of everyone in finance. I know it's negative, but it's realistic, especially with penny stocks. See you in chat tomorrow.